This is my Xtreme Onechunk Ironman, a game mode in which you complete each and every goal in 64 by 64 squares called chunks. Last time we completed my longest skilling goal in RuneScape, 98 smithing, and rolled a lot of new chunks. We ended up in the 90 rune crafting chunk with the goal to craft the soul rune. And this is going to require a crazy amount of books in the Arceus library. Starting at level 53, I just did the first bit of testing. And I'm currently getting a bit over 30,000 rune crafting XP per hour, which is honestly not bad. I don't have any run energy restore methods, and this doesn't require anything, so for a chunk account, I will take that. It's also nice that the XP per hour is gonna scale up when I get levels, so this is gonna get much better as well. There we go, there's level 55 rune crafting, humble beginnings. 35 levels to go in this place. The XP is not terrible, but let's be honest, this is a super boring method. I don't know any person that actually likes doing this. Gonna go grind this out as soon as possible and get this rune crafting done. There's a nice level 93 magic. Bit of an unexpected level, but we're doing quite a bit of teleporting. There we go, another milestone, 60 rune crafting. I can now make the Pegasian boots. Okay, 30 levels to go. Someone had a really good idea, so I decided to do some new testing. And that's restoring my energy with the forestry rations. So every time I hit 0 energy, I teleport to Drainer Manor. And then chop a couple trees there to restore my energy. It's a 30% chance to get 20 run energy back. Really interesting method. It is a lot of effort, but I love testing things like this. Unfortunately, the XP did not end up being better, because I was already getting like 40k XP an hour. Currently I'm at level 67 rune crafting, so we managed to get quite a bit of levels since the first XP testing. And yeah, this isn't really better, so luckily we don't have to do this all day. As you can see right here, I did 82,000 XP in total. And we are averaging like 40k XP an hour. It depends on the luck with the book. Sometimes you just get really good luck and it goes up a lot. But yeah, I'm averaging like 40k XP an hour, which is really good actually. I think this XP per hour will probably go up to like 50k when I'm like 80 plus. So this is actually only like a bit over 100 hours. Which means we will be rolling a chunk pretty soon again, I think. There we go, level 44 Slayer. I have been lamping Slayer again. There's no reason to lamp smithing. I really don't want to. I might get a really fast smithing XP method. And there's really nothing else interesting to lamp. So I think Slayer's the main skill to lamp. If I somehow get like 60 Slayer, I can Wildpie boost and hunt the D-Chain. So, because I have Dust Devils in the Catacombs. I don't think we get that far, but that would be funny. Alright, big level coming in. 70 rune crafting. Making some really good progress. It's unfortunate we don't have the blood altar, because we would be pretty close to that place. But this is the fastest method for me anyways. Probably until 99. So we stay in the library. One of my favorite things about RuneScape is that there are many new skills to learn and improve at. And maybe it's time for you to give a new skill a go. Introducing today's video partner, boot.dev. Learn backend web development from start to finish in Python, Go and many other programming languages. The best way to learn how to code is to write code yourself. So I'm going to jump into this exercise and show you how easy it is. You just go over the information, it's quick and easy to understand. And if you still have questions, you can ask the AI Boot Wizard for help. I think I understand the lesson, so let's fill it out. And there we go, beautiful. We get XP for completing the lesson. Boot.dev makes sure you don't get bored. It honestly feels like a game. You get XP and you can complete quests to level up and keep it interesting. I just did a couple lessons and this is what the dashboard looks like. There's a daily streak and different chapters to go through. I think it's a great way to learn. Check them out and go to boot.dev and try out their courses. Use code Verf to get 25% off your first year if you choose the annual plan. Alright, there's one more chunk task in my chunk besides from 90 rune crafting, and I have to not forget about that. So I'm gonna check out if I can do that. Apparently my chunk picker I can do part of a like mini quest. I think it is digging something at the soul altar, so let's go and check if I can do that. Got my spade. Let's see if I can do that step. Alright, so I think I can dig somewhere here. No. I have no idea where to dig for this. Oh, wait. I have to talk to the NPC here. And it's saying it's buried in the crypt of the Arcus Church. Wait, okay. So all I had to do was talk to this NPC. Okay, so now we go to the actual digging spot. It's not here. It is probably there. Let's check it out. Alrighty. So I think if I dig anywhere here, I should get something. Nice, okay. Damage, soul bearer. And I think I have to bring this to the Cerberus place, which is in Tavli Dungeon. And I don't have that yet, so that's all I can do. All I have to do now is 90 rune crafting. Here we go. 75 rune crafting. Nice level. We're actually getting close to 1900 total as well. Since this goal isn't going to take that long, I think it's a good time to talk about my chunk map. I haven't really showed it in a long time, and I've had a lot of people ask about dev chunks and meme grinds. So let's talk about my chunk map and explain what goals I can get next. Probably will be rolling a chunk in like 2 or 3 weeks from now. So let's actually talk about dev chunks. So this is my current chunk map. Before we talk about any other skills, let's talk about rune crafting, because this is the grind we got. We have to make a soul rune. And the nice thing about this grind is I won't have to do any other rune crafting grinds. Chunk 7 used to be a 77 requirement. And over here, this chunk had a water altar with a achievement diary task. And so did this chunk. This required level 88. This required 76, and I don't have to do any of those anymore. So that removes like 4 grinds on the map, which is amazing. The only other rune crafting grind I will get is going to be Verrock, because I have to get 99 if I hit this chunk. So yeah, that's rune crafting out of the way. And rune crafting in general isn't that bad for me, luckily, because I have the library. So for me specifically, rune crafting is not a dev skill. Now let's talk about the next skill, construction, which I am very likely going to get this year, I think. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 construction skills icons in Zeah. And then there's some in the mainland as well. Mostly in Falador, but that would be very bad. Let me explain why. This chunk right here would unlock Piscarilius cranes, and that means I need 99. I think the method is probably really good. I've never really done Piscarilius cranes, but that would be, I think it would be pretty good. And then we have, let's see, chunk 5, which gives me a saw. And I have to kill gangsters for planks, which might take close to 1,000 hours. I don't exactly know how long that will take, but that's definitely close to a dev chunk. To make something clear, to me a dev chunk is something that takes at least 1,000 hours. If something takes less than 1,000 hours, I personally don't think you can call it a dev chunk. I mean, I've done many long grinds that took a couple 100 hours. I don't want to call everything a dev chunk. I think that's a bit ridiculous. It's called a dev chunk for a reason. It has to be bad. And I think something that takes over 1,000 hours is bad. With that cleared up, we can also get Winter Thought, which mean 99 construction with repairing the braziers, which would be an interesting method. But again, I don't think it would be that bad. And then, let's see, we have the Woodcutting Guild, which would be one of the best methods because I can make planks. And then the mainland has, let's see, a chunk right here, which I'm only 2 chunks away from, which is actually really scary because this means backed plans. I do have a little bit of an alternative method compared to Limpwurt, because that was like one of his worst dev chunks on his account. For me, it's gonna be slightly easier, but still very bad if I get this. This would be by far the worst construction method. Hopefully we don't get that. But yeah, I'm very likely going to get 99 construction grind this year. So I am prepared. Now, as you can see, I don't have that many more grinds left in Zeah. There's a sword icon here, which means the Dragon Warhammer grind. And then we have a little bit of a crafting grind here, because if we unlock any furnace, we have to get the level for the light orbs, which wouldn't be that bad. And then this is fairly close. I have to get all the collection log slots on the Molk Island, but again, not that bad of a grind. And I guess the most scary grind in Zeah, besides from my current possible grinds, are chambers, which is still very far away, so I'm not too scared about that. And we have the farming guild, which means I have to get the bucket from Hespori, which could take a while. But we are still 4 chunks away from that as well. So, not too bad. The one that everybody is talking about is the evil chicken grind. Everybody is saying it's a death chunk, it's a meme grind, don't do it. And you guys are right, it is a very long grind, it is extremely RNG. On average, I believe it's 2500 bird eggs to complete. And I have to get all those bird eggs with forestry. Even though it's going to be a crazy grind, my answer to that is, of course I will do it. I killed 500,000 hill giants, mined Lovakite ores for half a year. I completed a freaking Infernal Cape on a Kremja only Ultimate Ironman. I am made for this shit, and I will do it. That's the whole reason I made this account with Limpwurt's rule set. We go to the extreme, and we do not like exceptions on this channel. So if you like it or not, whatever the RNG turns out, I will complete it. And besides from that, I always play 3 accounts at once. So if you hit long grinds, there's plenty of other content in the meantime. So yes, I will do Evil Chicken Grind. Of course. And I'm only 2 chunks away from it, so we could get that this year. Now with that cleared up, let's go to the mainland and check out some of the grinds I can get here. This chunk 21 will give me 99 smithing, which will take probably like 2 or 3 weeks. I don't think it's too bad, but preferably we don't get this anytime soon. We have 26, which is a couple like monolode mine grinds. Wouldn't be the worst. There's a few other grinds nearby, like 99 cooking, 99 prayer, and we are actually 5 chunks away from 99 herblore, which is going to be an interesting grind as well. I have no idea how long that will take, but I don't think it's 1,000 hours. So herblore is actually not a death chunk, at least not in my opinion. Prayer, again, is usually pretty bad, but I don't think it's going to be that bad for me, because I have the ensouled heads banked. I might be short on some nate runes if we get this soon, but I don't think it's gonna be like too terrible. And that means we don't really have too many bad skills left in general, besides from potentially construction, and far in the future Slayer will be very bad because of all the collection log slots. But all the other skills actually aren't that bad anymore now that I've finished smithing. We're getting 90 rune crafting in this chunk. It's actually really good. Let's see, what do we have over here? This is the light orb grind, and then we have 99 crafting. 99 crafting could be bad, but we could get a furnace first, and that would make it a lot nicer. And the only like other really bad chunk would be the Inferno. Now, I have done an Inferno with these restrictions before, and I can do it again. Even though it's going to be an absolutely terrible grind, I will, of course, do it. The only thing that might be really hard to do is the combat achievements and maybe the pet, but it really depends on the gear. And that is basically my chunk map in a nutshell right now. I forgot pest control. That's also a grind I could get. I would love to get that. I love this minigame. And Void would be a really nice upgrade. I'm really excited to start rolling chunks again. We are slowly getting to a point where we have all the normal skills completed. I recently took a small break from the chunk account because I went on a trip to Indonesia. We started in Bali and traveled to most big cities in Java. After Java, we went all the way to Sumatra to some remote villages and visited my wife's family. The cities were amazing, but being with locals and family definitely left the biggest impact on me. Oh, and I also jumped off a cliff for the first time.
Set, go, jump!
I didn't film too much, but I had an amazing time and can't wait to visit this beautiful country again. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and let me know what chunk you want me to get next. Have a great day, everybody.